Ashley asked me if I'd write her a song, so I wrote her a song for her awesome show. Her show is cool and it's lots of fun, so get your popcorn ready, everyone. Who will she interview on her show today? The Jonas Brothers or Nick Lachey?
Hi, welcome to the Awesome Ashley Show. Today I have Seth. He's the creator of Capt'n Eli Soda. Hi, Seth. How are you?
I'm great, Ashley. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
Thank you so
for
much
us
for
to try
coming.
these. Yeah.
When did you start Capt'n Eli Soda? Like, how did it all come about?
Yeah. So I came on actually about a year ago, working full time with the Eli Soda. My father is actually the president of the brand. It started out in the 90s when Shipyard Brewery was created in 1994. There was a root beer that was also created. It kind of goes back to the Forsley family who started Shipyard. There was a homemade root beer that was made. And then it was so popular that they started bottling it. And then over time, we've added more flavors. So we now have our full roster of 8.
Awesome.
8 total flavors, yeah. And my father came on 4 years ago to kind of jumpstart the line and expand our distribution and get it out there. And so that's where I come in, that's where he comes in, and we're real excited about it.
How'd they come up with the name Capt'n Eli?
Yes, good question. So that is also goes back to the family origin story. The Forsley family has a nephew named Eli. There actually is an Eli. And that's
There's actual real Eli.
There is a real Eli, yes. There's a real Eli that the name comes from. And then, it's just cool. It's great. It's a great, logo on the bottle with the, Eli's in the boat with the porthole on the side. It really gives you that. It's just great. It gives you that feel.
And it kind of ties in with the comic book too, which is kind of cool.
Exactly. There's it's the only craft soda that has its own comic book series with it. So the Undersea Adventures of Capt'n Eli is a comic series by Jay Piscopo, who I think you had him on.
Yep.
Exactly. So yes, that goes hand in hand with the sodas all in one.
How do you guys come up with the different flavors? Like, how do you know which going to be popular and which is not going to be so popular? How does that?
Yes.
All
So
in.
we do a lot of different research, and we kind of test the market, and we see what's going on out there, what's popular, what's hot right now, and then we make a flavor. We're always, my dad and I especially, we're always trying to think of
Different flavors?
different flavors, exactly. There's talk, like right now, we like our roster of 8, but we've talked about maybe adding like a diet root beer, a low-cal root beer, because we get a lot of questions sometimes about, people who just can't have all the sugar.
Yep.
So which we totally understand. So yeah, we're always thinking of new flavors.
What's the best part of making the flavors, like, for people?
Well, we get to actually try them, which is good. We get to try them first.
That's cool.
So that's awesome. But since me working with it, I drink a lot of soda because it's on hand all the time. So but what's good is that it is good. So root beer is like our staple. That's the flagship flavor. It's the top
I think
seller.
that's like everyone's favorite.
It's everyone's favorite. Yep. Then that's what started everything. So, but then our ginger beer right now, which we've had for a few years now, that's a really growing flavor in itself. Ginger beer is really popular, especially with mixed drinks. So adult beverages, the 21 plus crowd, they can have Maine mules, Moscow mules. Those are very popular right now. So the ginger beer has become a very popular mixer for that. We've got our blueberry pop as well, which is extremely popular in the state of Maine. Think Maine blueberries.
Yeah.
Yep. And our peak season is the spring, is like Memorial Day to Labor Day, where we really get the summers when we sell a lot, and the blueberry just kills it in the summer.
And then you got an orange one too.
We do. We have an orange, we have a strawberry pop, and we have a black cherry. So we've got 4 fruit-flavored sodas.
Interesting.
Black cherry gets a lot of good comments. I notice when I do samplings. The strawberry is actually, I do some theater on the side. I just did a show in South Portland at Lyric, and our director tried the strawberry for the first time. Now she's hooked on that. And the orange is my personal favorite flavor. And then we go in, so those are the 4 fruit flavors, and then we have the root beer, the ginger beer, we have a cream soda, and then we have a classic cola.
Nice.
And that's the full lineup.
What do you think is your least favorite? Like, the least favorite?
If I had a least favorite, and it's hard because, why would I ever say I have a least favorite of it? But no, I don't drink a lot of the black cherry. That's just sort of a personal preference, but it is very popular. A lot of people like it. There is not one, though, that I can't stand. I will drink any one of the 8. Yes. And I'm excited. I'm excited for you to try some of the other ones, too. Exactly. Yeah.
Because like I said, the only one I've tried is the root beer one, so it'll be...
Yeah, and we can do that whenever. If you want to try another one right now, we can do that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right. We have, so we've got 7 other ones. Were any of the other ones in particular kind of piquing your interest?
I'd like to try the blueberry one.
For sure. All right.
What that one tastes like.
Yeah. I'm used to opening bottles too. They're all twist-offs. So this is our blueberry pop, and you'll notice too. It's got the it's blue. I'll have some as well.
That one's good.
That's right. Get a lot of good comments on this too. We're going to be drinking a lot of soda this morning, so everyone knows.
So if you don't have your caffeine now, you'll have it.
Right. Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, and we have. Let's see. Do you want to try a cream soda a little bit?
Yeah.
We heard before the show, we heard a horror story about cream soda.
Yeah, we did.
But that was such a huge amount. Cream soda is, as a flavor in general, it's a richer flavor. You'll notice the vanilla in it. It's really like an ice cream treat. When you think of you're in for a treat, like our slogan.
Oh, that really does taste like ice cream.
That's right, it does.
Like vanilla ice cream.
And speaking of that, we do, now that it's getting to be summer as well, we do a lot with ice cream. Yep, like root beer floats. You can make blueberry floats. Some people even make, they mix the flavors. They'll do something like an orange creamsicle.
That's cool.
They'll do the orange and cream soda. People get creative.
Do you have any new flavors coming out?
We don't have any new flavors coming out anytime soon. As of now, I think for the rest of this year, we'll be sticking with our current roster. But like I said, we're always thinking of new ideas and trying new things. There was a kind of like a Shirley Temple type drink that Dad and I tried.
That would be good because a lot of people like Shirley Temples.
They do, and it would be something new. Because innovation's always, crucial in the business. So we're always thinking of things to do.
What's the best part? Because you said you worked with your dad. What's the best part of working with your dad?
So it's awesome. I actually learn a lot from him, and being a year in now, I mean, he's everything. He's my supervisor, he's my dad, he's my boss, he's everything. So I learn a lot from him. And he's been in the game and in the business longer than I've been alive. Yeah. So I'd be wrong not to, see what he does and learn from that. He actually has 10 years experience working for Hannaford. So his knowledge coming into jump-starting the brand and getting it into the supermarket chains, his Hannaford experience was huge. So he really knows how to go about that angle. And that's been a big reason why our sales have tripled.
Have gone up.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
And when he came on, it was, the Captain Eli's soda was predominantly just a draft, which means you could get it on, like the root beer on tap, on draft, like in kegs.
But now you can buy it in the stores.
Now you can buy it in the stores and in a lot more stores with our 4-packs. Dad was a big reason for that. Yeah.
Awesome. Do you know his favorite flavor, or does he like them all?
Oh, he likes them all too. He's a huge soda guy anyway. So what was funny when he started, working with Eli's, our family, we all thought it was, oh, well, this is going to be great. You love soda. I mean, so this is perfect. He loves the root beer. He loves the cola too, which I do as well. And the cola is interesting. It's a harder one to sell because.
Why do you think it's so hard to sell?
Because Coke and Pepsi are global, juggernauts. And when people think of a cola, they think of a Pepsi and a Coke.
Yeah.
And it's hard not to go anywhere without seeing either one of the two. So it's hard to get people to sometimes just try the cola. It's a cola flavor when you try it. Actually, here, let's try one right now. But we are caffeine-free and gluten-free. And all of our sodas are made with all natural cane sugar.
That's awesome.
Which is different from like a
regular
Pepsi
sugar.
And a Coke. So there's a cola right there. You know what you think of that. Oh,
that really does taste like cola.
Right, it does. Yeah. And so like even for me, I don't taste so much of a difference necessarily between the three.
Also, probably
but
because
there
you're
is
so
a little
used to
bit.
drinking them too.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so again, I mean, there is not a flavor that me or my father dislike, you know. And we always have Eli's around on hand. It's in every fridge. It's at home. It's everywhere.
Yeah, you must get like different stocks of them and stuff.
Yeah.
But what do you do? Because I heard you say that you do theater work
Yes.
outside of
Yeah,
Captain
so
Eli.
apart from being regional manager of Eli's, which encompasses all kinds of sales and marketing and events and stuff, I do theater on the side. And that's a great way. I love it. It gives good balance to life. And I got started with that a year ago. And what's cool about that is I promote the Eli's.
I was going to say, you get to promote.
Exactly, while I'm doing the shows. In fact, the last show I just did at Lyric in South Portland, we put an ad in the program. We had some on hand in the back kitchen. If people did want a bottle at concession, they could do that.
That's awesome.
So it all comes in.
And you get to be on the radio sometimes for
Yes, that's
for
right.
Captain Eli.
Yes, just this week actually. Went in with Mark Curto, who you know very well, great guy.
Yes.
And we recorded our first 30-second commercial spot on the radio for the season. You will be able to hear that on Q97.9 and 94.9 very, very soon. I think on the 10th, those
He's
start to go
awesome.
into rotation. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to try an orange. And
I really like the collage.
I know,
you
it's
can tell.
good, isn't it? Yeah. The orange being my favorite here. Would you like a little bit?
Yes, please.
There you go. That
Thank
one too.
you.
We're getting such a sugar high, you know. It's like in the morning. Yeah.
That one's really good too.
See, that's the thing. Like, there's been nobody. And I do a lot of samplings, like at stores and things like that. Or we have a tap van too,
A tap
which
van.
we break out in the summer. So that'll be out soon. Where we actually have 7 taps on the side of the van. The kegs are inside the van.
Oh, you mean the van you brought today? Is that the van
No,
you brought
that's-
today?
No, so the van I brought today is just a regular van I have for work.
Because I saw Captain.
Yes.
Once I saw that, I'm like, oh, that must be him.
That is me. So you know, and that is the only van of its kind right now. That's a new van. We recently got that logoed and all set up just earlier this year.
That's
Before in the past, I was driving a different van.
Did it have a logo on it or no?
It didn't know it was a navy blue. It was a shipyard van. It had a shipyard on the side door. And so we were thinking, oh, we gotta have this be Eli's logoed. So that was actually cool because Dad and I were kind of able to go back and forth on ideas of like, what do we want the van to look like? What logos do we want to put on it? And then, so we kind of emailed those ideas. Shipyard has a graphics guy, and it's really cool how they do it. Like they pull the picture up, and then put the pictures on it, and you can like make them different sizes, and then the whole thing gets done up in Skowhegan, Maine.
That's
And
cool.
then we get it. Yep.
Now, do you go other places to promote Captain Eli?
Yes, I kind of go all over, because the region is basically New England
Wow.
that I cover. So sometimes I am out of state. I do a little bit of traveling. I definitely do a good amount of work in New Hampshire and Massachusetts. I'm there a lot. Maine is still like where I live. I live in Portland, and where the soda is all made right in Portland at the brewery. But yeah, the job definitely takes me all around.
What goes into making the soda? Like, you know, the ingredients of how to make Captain Eli?
Top of my head, I don't know every single like specific ingredient, but there is a complete process, and I've seen it done when I started out. We have 2 gentlemen at the brewery who make the soda. They're hands-on. They're right there at the brewery. And a year ago, when I started out, I actually saw the process. We made, well, because Shipyard also does contracting for other sodas. So they actually, at the time, I remember it was a Wednesday, and that day they were making a blueberry soda. It was actually Maine Roots, but it was a similar idea. The blueberry's messy, because you actually are, like, you put the apron on, and your blueberries are actually splashing. It gets very blue on that apron. Yeah, and these at the brewery where it's made, it's huge tanks. So there's one huge tank that the soda's being made in.
And do they all have obviously different tanks for each one?
Yes.
Because I was like,
Yep.
that'd be kinda weird
There's
to
a
have
few
them
different
all in the same
jobs and
tank.
like different processes for each thing. And then usually how the schedule works is like one day we'll be making a batch of like one flavor.
That's cool.
So like Wednesday was the blueberry. They be making ginger beer on like a Thursday.
That's cool.
Yep. And that all kind of goes into shipyard production, always makes a schedule and is keeping track of like what needs to be made and what's going out. And that's how that's all done.
Now, how do you do in the theater part? Like, what do you do in the theater part?
Yeah. So that's like totally on the side. Like I just work on my theater craft as well, and just I used to do theater in high school. So then I got a little bit away from the game for a while. But when I came back to Maine, about a little over a year ago, I did a show at City Theater right here in Biddeford.
Nice.
And I know we were saying before the show too, like they're doing Wizard of Oz.
Wizard
of Oz coming right up. Go see that. I'm gonna be auditioning for that soon. The auditions are in a couple weeks, and that's the big summer show at City Theater.
That's awesome.
So hey, you might see some Eli's there.
That'd be cool.
Who knows? I'm always talking about it, and it's always in the program. Any show I do, we have bios. There's bios for each character. Captain Eli's is always in my bio. I'm very proud to put that
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
And there is an actual Captain Eli, which is kind of cool.
There is. Yeah, that's the thing. It's based off of a real person. Yeah, it wasn't just like thin air.
And how did the soda and the book come along together? I mean,
Yes.
I know Jay does the book, and you guys do the soda, but whose idea was it for it to all be one thing?
Yeah, so before I even came on and before my father even came on, the comic book existed. When the line was kind of introduced, and I'm not sure of the exact year when Jay technically started or came on board, but it was before we came on. And it was just, the idea was to have this comic series associated with the soda to help promote the brand.
Because I just think that's really cool. Like,
Yep, and I've done a couple events with Jay in the past where I'll sample the soda in a store, and he'll be there at the table doing drawings on the spot.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's really cool. Not a lot of people can do that. And kids will come up and say, it can be any superhero. Some kids will come up and be like, draw Spider-Man. He'll draw it right there without like needing to look at something.
That was awesome because a couple weeks ago, he did a drawing on the show.
Yes.
And he just did it like nonchalantly. I'm like,
right, he does it quickly, right?
Yes.
You'll say to him, draw Superman, draw Batman. He'll be like, okay. And then he does it. It's done.
I just think it's really cool that it all combines together.
That's right. Yep. And there's a few different volumes of the comic series.
There's like four different volumes.
That's right. Yep.
So, I think it's really cool.
It's a good tie-in with, it's the family fun that we, like to have go along with our brand, and especially with the kids as well. It's great. I sometimes bring comic books to events myself, give them out.
Yeah, because it goes along with the...
It does.
What's your most popular one for the summer?
So the root beer.
Summer's coming up.
That's right. It is coming up.
Hopefully.
Root beer, pretty much on a year-round level, is always the top seller. It just cranks everywhere. It's what we're known for. It's far and away number one. Ginger beer is actually number two overall.
Number two?
Yep. In the state of Maine, blueberry still holds at number two overall.
Really?
But once you get outside of Maine, the ginger beer surpasses it. So on an overall front, goes root beer, ginger beer, and then blueberry. Cream soda is right there as well. Those are the top four.
Nice.
And then we get into our other flavors with the strawberry, orange, black cherry. Our numbers 5, 6, 7, and they kind of switch and alternate around.
Well, that would be cool when you guys get the ice cream going. When you guys get the ice cream going.
Yes, I love ice cream too. You must love ice cream.
Yes.
Who doesn't? Yeah, and we've done a lot of events with, like, we've done things with Beal's ice cream in the past. I did a kids event last year, Kiddabaloo, right on 4th Street in Portland.
Nice.
There were all these different vendors who came in, different stands, and then the kids and their parents came in. We had lines of kids and parents just like waiting. So I was opening up bottle after bottle, pouring it in little cups like these.
Yeah.
Beal's was taking scoops of ice cream and putting them in, and they had little mini floats, just
That's
like this,
awesome.
with the ice cream in it. people
So
walking
your arms
around.
must be strong after opening.
It's a workout. It's kind of a workout. Yeah, like after I'm working for a while, there's definitely a lot of opening bottles. Sometimes I think I should just have an opener on me at all times. They can be tough sometimes. Some of them are harder than others. I might just be like, get one off easy.
What would you say to the viewers that have never tried Captain Eli soda?
Well, try it. that's the first thing. There really is, if you're going to have, what I will say to people who say aren't soda drinkers or say have concerns about the sugar, which is totally understandable, but if you're going to have a soda, we're like the healthiest, best option you can possibly have. That also tastes really good. There's caffeine-free, gluten-free, all-natural cane sugar. It's also local. It's a Maine product that's made right here. So there's a lot of positives that we have going for it. And that's what I tell people. I say, give it a try, and these are the positives. You know, there's no caffeine in it. There's no gluten in it. And high fructose corn syrup. That's kind of like that's what's in some other sodas. And you do want to try to stay away from that if you can.
And like, if they haven't tried one, what would be the best one to try if they never tried one before?
Right. So with people's having different preferences, I like to ask people, I try to, because the root beer is so popular anyway, it's easy to say, oh, well
Just try
our root beer. When I first started out, I was doing a lot of that. But now I try to get people to try maybe one of our other flavors down the line. You know, the orange, the black cherry, the strawberry. I recommend those a lot because a lot of people love strawberries. People love oranges. And people have had orange soda and things like that. So I try to recommend those because those are the flavors that people don't necessarily go to first. We know the root beer does well. We know that sells. So we know people are going to try that or have tried that already. So I just try to get people to try the other flavors so that we really get
So
as
you really
broad.
get an idea of like which one.
Yeah, and we get it broad. And you know, people, we're all like this, I think, where we get kind of set in our ways. We find something we like,
And we
then
always-
we keep coming back to it. Exactly.
It's like when you go to a restaurant, you always order the same thing.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that too.
Yeah, me
you know,
too.
right? So, you know, we know what we like, and like sometimes I don't even need the menu, but I do. Like I try to be conscious of trying new things, and that's it. You know, when we don't just have root beer. We've got this whole roster of 8 flavors. I do. And then a lot of people like for example, my director on the last show hadn't tried the strawberry before.
She
brought it in. Now it's like, oh, this is incredible. So I'm gonna get more of it. Yeah, exactly.
Do you guys have like a Facebook page?
We do. Yes, thank you. Yes, we have a Facebook page. That's just Captain Eli Soda. It's CAPTN with the apostrophe, Eli Soda. But it's easy to find. Just go onto Facebook and you can search it right in the box, and then we'll come right up. Our logo, our bottle cap logo is right there. And
I think the logo's really cool.
Oh, it's so cool. Yeah. Yep. And that's the best way right now to find out new information and new news that we have going on is our Facebook page. We have an Instagram too.
Instagram.
Created that. Yep. I kind of run the social media
You have
aspect of it.
Snapchat, yeah.
We don't have a Snapchat. I have a personal Snapchat, but like it's funny you asked that though, because I've talked to like some people at Shipyard in the media side about that. Like, you know, do you think having a Snapchat would be worth it? It would be. You know, I think about it. It'd be new frontier.
It'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because you can like do little tiny videos of like, you know, having the soda there, drinking the soda, and like.
That's actually a good idea. We kind of do. I did something like that recently with our Instagram.
Yeah.
Because on Instagram you can also do videos.
Videos, yep.
So Shipyard has a vodka now called Ice Pick, and we did. There are these kind of, they're quick little how-to videos.
Yeah.
With like how to make like a Maine mule, for example.
Yep.
So there's the picture of it's our ginger beer, and then a cup, and then the ice pick right there, and then it says here's how you make a Maine mule, and then it's a quick little video. So I really repost things like that does say like, yeah, here's how to make a drink, and things like that.
Yeah, because I wasn't into Snapchat, and then one of my friends were like, "No, you really like it." So now I just.
Yes, no,
automatically-
it took me a long time to warm up to the Snapchat idea myself.
Yep.
I was like, what's the big deal? And then the first few weeks, because I've only had a Snapchat since like December.
Yep.
And I didn't know how to use it.
Yep.
I was doing a different show. I was doing Little Mermaid at Portland Players in December, and I'm 27, and all like the girls in high school, the Murr sisters and stuff, all knew how to use Snapchat better than me. They were teaching me things about how to use it. I was so confused at first. Now I kind of get it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I would definitely do Snapchat for Captain Eli.
you know what I have done?
That'd be an idea for you guys.
You know what I have done is I've done this a couple times. You know how Snapchat has the filters?
Yep.
You can change the voices
Yeah.
and stuff. I've done that before with like our soda. There was one time it was the like the deer voice with the high voice, and I was like, Captain Eli's ginger beer, the only thing you should be drinking. And then I took a drink. It was the quick little snap video, but I had the higher voice. So it's kind of funny, and you can do fun, goofy things like that, which is good.
Is there any other information you want the viewers to know about Captain Eli?
Well, I would say we should have a new website relaunch, which should be
Nice.
coming up by Memorial Day of this year, and that's going to be CaptainEliSoda.com.
Nice.
Be a good, sleek layout. You'll get to find out a lot more about each flavor we have exactly,
And
where
if
to
there's
find
more
it.
flavors coming out, and
Exactly. It'll be basically that news source, that one platform where you can easily go to, CaptainEliSoda.com. The Facebook page is still a really good place, too, to find new things and what's on sale and what's going on. So Captain Eli Soda on Facebook, and our Instagram is Captain Eli Soda. We have a Twitter as well.
Awesome.
Same thing, Captain Eli Soda. It's the same handle as the Instagram. So yeah, we are out there. We're out and about.
and you can buy them at any grocery store.
Pretty much, yes. In Maine, you can buy them at all Hannaford stores, Shaw's. The Market Basket in Biddeford has it, and there's more Market Baskets outside of Maine. So Market Basket, Hannaford, Shaw's, Walmart. We're getting back into Walmart, another big
Nice.
big chain coming up now. So those 4. Roach Brothers is a Massachusetts chain as well, supermarket chain that we're in. We actually just finished a sale there. And then various on-premise accounts too, restaurants like the Sea Dog restaurants, Portland Pie, they're all over.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming
Thank you for having me so much.
and telling us all about Captain Eli Soda, and I'm excited that I got to try.
That's right. You
try
got to
them all.
try more flavors, and I've got all 8 here, so you can try them all today.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks.
Bye, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Ashley asked me if I'd write her a song, so I wrote her a song for her awesome show. Her show is cool and it's lots of fun, so get your popcorn ready, everyone. Who will she interview on her show today? The Jonas Brothers or Nick Lachey? It's the Awesome Ashley Show.